All right, Eli, this week your Uncle Levi is going to show you how to make, he says they're chicken tacos. They sound more like chicken taco quesadillas to me, but we'll find out. He's going to show us right now. All right, Levi, tell us what we need to do.
So first what you do, you can cut up however many chicken breasts you want. I like to dice them up to about medium size, about bite size, but you can do bigger or smaller than that. For the ingredients, I put olive oil in with the chicken, and then I put Himalaya salt, pepper, red peppers, and then curry powder, but you can use any ingredients that you like. But then I like to always heat my pan first. So I normally heat it at a 4 or 5 temperature on our stove. It's already preheated. And then I like to take it down to 2, and then I put oil. I'm pretty generous with the olive oil. Put it in there, and then I just let it heat the oil real quick. Normally it takes about 10-15 seconds. And then I normally swish around the whole pan. And then you just dump your chicken in. I let it normally sit at the, once you put it in, I normally let it sit there for about 30 seconds, and then I stir it around, and then just kind of let it cook throughout.
Here, while Levi cooks the chicken, I'll tell you an interesting story about him when he was little. He's always loved Mexican food. And when he was probably 18 months old, I was coming home with Taco Bell one day, and he always liked the pintos and cheese. So when I got to the door, he would always stand at the front door, and he just had a diaper on, nothing else. And it was a glass front door, and he was standing there, and when he'd always meet me at the door, and when I'd come in, he'd give me a big hug. But instead of doing that, as soon as I turned to open the door, he took off running. So I was like, where did Levi go? And I go into the kitchen, and I see he's climbed into his high chair, and he's head first in the seat trying to get into his high chair, where he had, when I turned sideways, he saw the Taco Bell symbol inside the bag. So he took off for his high chair. That looks good, Levi. How long do you usually cook that for?
It normally takes anywhere between 7 to 10-ish minutes, depending on how thick you end up cutting them. These are these are a little bit thicker than what I normally do. So probably be closer to about 8-9 minutes.
All right, Levi, it's been about 6 or 7 minutes. What are we going to do now?
So I'm gonna put lemon and lime juice in there. I normally put lemon and lime juice in if it's some sort of Mexican style food. If not, I normally put butter. So I use butter a lot of the time to finish chicken, steak, pork, any type of meat. So you put a little bit of lemon juice and lime juice, and then I let it cook for about another 30 seconds to a minute, depending on how long I really want it to kind of soak in there. Normally about 30 seconds though. But yeah.
All right, that looks good, Levi. All right, what's next?
And then while that's finishing, we will get the taco ready. So my tacos are very simple. I just like meat and cheese. So I normally do chicken and then put cheese on it. And then I'm gonna heat my other pan up that I have right here. And then I'll actually fry it to crisp up the flour tortilla. I'm not gonna put all this up there. You can put however much you want. For this, I like to do a little amount of chicken, a lot of cheese.
Well, I just fried that chicken. It's really good, Levi.
Thanks.
So do you put another pan on?
Yeah, you can put that on there.
Okay.
And then once again, I heat it at between my 4 to 5 on my stove, just to get it nice and hot. We don't want it up there too much. because it would end up burning your flour tortilla. Same with meat. I just want to really heat my pan up. And this is the first time I'm actually ever doing it with cheese. I just want to see if it melts the cheese enough to where I actually like it. Normally I do it with just chicken in there, and then I add the cheese, but the cheese never really gets melted. So we'll see if it works.
Yeah,
first time.
This is a good time to try your first time. It's when you're showing everybody. So
yeah, we'll see how well it works. But yeah, normally I would let it heat a little bit longer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put some oil in. Once again, pretty generous with the olive oil. Then I'll let it heat. Normally I let it heat for about another 30 seconds and then put it all around the pan, so there's no dry spots in it. But yeah, I'm just gonna do that too. I'm just gonna wait to make sure the oil actually heats before I put this in. All right, and then I lower it back down between 2 to 3. You don't want it too high since it is already heated. Once again, first time trying it with actual cheese, so we'll see if it melts. I like to move it in as I put it in so it doesn't stick. I put it in one time first, just laying down. It actually stuck to the bottom of the pan, and it didn't really work too well. So I move it a little bit till I know it's not going to stick. And then normally I do about 20 seconds per side and just keep flipping it back and forth to where I kind of like the crispiness.
And when you cook this, Levi, do you usually put something on it after you cook it?
So you can do sour cream. I have salsa verde, regular salsa. So you can kind of put anything you want. I normally put salsa on my plate, and then kind of dip it into it, and then I actually put salsa verde on it. I've done Frank's Red Hot before. So you can kind of put a little bit of everything on it, depending on how you like your actual taco. And then you can start to see it kind of brown up and crisp. I actually like mine really kind of crispy. Depending on how you like it, I'd probably take it off now.
Here is it. Oh yeah, you can tell it's getting crisp. And that is a flour tortilla, right?
Yeah, I don't like corn. Corn falls apart too easily for me. And then that side's done. I'll do this side for about 10 seconds, and then I'll do the bottom to crisp it up so it's not soft.
Oh, the cheese did melt.
And then you take it off. And then that's gonna kind of look what it looks like on both sides. I like mine pretty crispy, like I said. I kind of want to open to see if it melted the cheese. It actually did melt it. I'm not gonna take a bite out of this because it's super hot and I don't want to burn my mouth. So I'll let you try that yourself. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Like I said, you can put sour cream inside of it. I don't, because then it makes the sour cream runny and melty, which I don't really like. But yeah, I normally put salsa verde on it, Frank's Red Hot, different kind of variations.
Go ahead, cut it in half, Levi, and add some stuff, and you can try a little bit. You can't not try your food.
I already know it's good though.
Here, you can let your mom try some.
I don't know if it's gonna cut. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Do you want salsa verde?
Sure, do you have some out?
Yeah.
Eli?
I don't want to put it on the tongue because I don't know if you'll like it. This is a little bit of a spicier one. We got this at HEB.
So I'll do a dip of the salsa verde and the sour cream. It's
Really
delicious. You would love it, Eli.
Uh-huh.
You should try it. Levi did a great job.
Best meal on this
It's
channel
pretty crispy.
All right, Eli. I love you. I miss you, and I'll see you soon.